Hello everybody, welcome back to Adventuring Sanctuary. You join us today for our 38th session, and things are getting to a climax of a sort. Players are diving deep into the belly of the tower that they decided to investigate to try and find two things. The first thing being a captured and stolen and not known whereabout blaze. The other is to find, confront, and most likely kill the Countess. So, with that in mind, we do have a couple new joiners today. As you can see down the bottom, we've got a new paladin join us and a new barbarian join us, Riker and Wolfstan. Welcome to the campaign, guys. Quite a bit planned for today. We've got some roleplay treats for everyone who's watching, and then we will obviously get into a bit of the combat a bit later on. So, without further ado, I'm going to jump into our session notes and bring us all up to speed on the last session through my, as per usual, recap. So then, when last we met, the party was situated all together, stood waiting in the cold stone corridors of the dark and corrupted tower. Ophi approaches Lyric, who is sat on the bed, clutching his head in his hands from the pain he's receiving, and offers him the tonic which will cure his chilled affliction. He accepts and drinks it right away, leaving him with his full movement capability once again. Yet he offers her no thanks, nor reward for helping him out. Francis has remained in his fearful state, and will not budge an inch until he is good and ready, instead opting for surrounding himself further with his under creations, using them as shields of a sort to hide behind. The rest of the party, however, are eager to find out what is on the next floor of this evil place, and so descend the steps, moving into the floor below them in the hopes they will find the missing blaze. One by one, they descend the steps to the lower section of the tower, and there was no doubt in their mind that they had stepped 1 foot out of the stairway. This was definitely the domain of the Countess, and very soon this became apparent to them all. Not far from the room they emerged into, after traversing these steps, the party ran headfirst into a group of devilkin, the fallen with orange-tanned skin, for those of you who need a reminder, and some immunity to the element of fire nonetheless. Once the devilkin were killed, the party had very little time to explore. They were set upon by two more vengeful ghosts, which they managed to take down rather quickly this time, but not before at least one of the party are touched and chilled to the bone, drained of their mind and magical capability. However, Baxter calls upon his ancestral druid powers and obliterates one of the ghosts by using the power of the moonbeams he was able to conjure, even this far underground. After the fighting was done, looting time was to be had as per usual, and Alaric could not resist opening a chest he had found off in one of the side rooms, just a little ways off the main corridor. But Alaric, being Alaric, wasn't content in being cautious and paid dearly for it. Within moments, a ring of expanding poison gas swept across the area after exploding from the chest it was stored in. And all but Scarlet, sadly, are able to withstand the potent green smoke, who takes in a good amount of it into her lungs and becomes deathly ill. Luckily though, as she sat near the warmth globe which Ophia created beforehand, she was able to stay relatively healthy through the regeneration effects, and was offered an antidote by one of the party to help expunge the poison from her body. Ophi, being Ophi, ever cautious and careful, used one of the iron keys to unlock a second chest, which she noticed had a glass container inside the lid section, which was meant to break and release some form of pent-up electrical energy held inside it, but she avoided this by simply using her brain and a key. She managed to find a few useful items, one of which was a ring which was stuck to the inside wall of the chest, which she was only too happy to peel off and collect. The ring glowed with a powerful aura, a yellow glow she was all too familiar with, yet had no clue as to the ring's properties just yet. Once the looting of the chest was done, the party head away from the side room and further up the main corridor, where they stumbled across a gruesome sight to behold: an altar covered in bloodstains and other viscera, with a poor, helpless victim who had been bled dry, laying on top of the cold stone slab. His blood collected in a very simplistic way. Deep grooves were cut within the stone floor beneath the altar itself, could be seen leading towards the furthest wall, and their purpose was to catch and funnel liquid into what looked to be a recess specifically designed for the blood, which would be coming from the sacrifices. This was the twisted workings of cultists and demons working together for dark, ritualistic purposes. Scarlet notices some pictures of events long past that have helped shape the world into being what it is to this very day. They are adorning the walls. Various size banners hang and sway in the gentle breeze. Gold and red rugs depicting the three prime evils cover the floor. Alaric takes a moment and examines the body and finds a very familiar marking on the neck of one of the slain man. It was something only given to the Visjektar upon being granted entry into the Assassin's Guild, and out of respect for a fallen guild member, he places 2 gold coins on the face of the man, one over each of his closed eyes. This was a side of Alaric that nobody had seen thus far, and it takes the rest of the party by surprise, until Scarlet, being Scarlet, blurts out something insensitive nonsense and hurries off ahead, where little does she know what she was about to run into at any moment now. And so, we rejoin the party in the Forgotten Tower. Inside of the Countess domain. Okay guys, so that should bring you all up to speed. What is it that you intend to do from this point onwards?
Before I get into that, can I just raise a quick question?
You can.
My armour is leather armour, which has an effect of AC base 12 plus dexterity.
Yes.
Is there a limit to the dexterity bonus it can provide?
No.
So, because currently my AC is set at 14, but I've got a +4 dex modifier. So my armour should be 16, is that right?
Correct.
Okay, I'll change that. Thank you. I mean, I know what I want to do, but I haven't in-game been given a reason to do it yet, so, and that's obviously return to town and rest, so I think I'm just going to roleplay it through and see what Scarlet sees before I make a decision on where I go next.
Very well. How does everyone else feel about going to town or pushing on? Obviously this applies to Ophi, Alaric and Baxter at this point.
Ophi's looking at the table. She's curious about this ritual and would really like to talk to Akara about it. She's worried about Alaric. She's not quite seen him react to something like that before. She's aware she still has a time scroll, even though we've already used one in the tower. I'm also worried about Francis, so he hasn't moved since we came down this level. So I think I'm conscious about getting him back to town and making him safe.
Yeah, of course, because even more worrisome is that since you've been down here, alright, it's not been long, but since you've been down here, you don't know what's gone on with him on the floor above.
And the fact that he hasn't followed us has concerned me.
Exactly. So
I don't know. Although I don't consider myself a party leader, I'm still very much a mother hen in the group. I like to make sure I know what everybody's doing, and so I'm trying to kind of communicate to everybody without being too loud that I think we need to regroup. I think we need to have a discussion about where we go next before we go any further, because I don't want to leave Francis up there on his own. And I know he's got Beatrice and Bob and Dirty Gary with him. At the moment, I don't trust him to control his minions correctly to be able to protect him.
Okay, fair enough. Baxter, how do you feel?
Yeah, Baxter hears the quiet discussion going on between the group, looks at everyone. He's just going to convey a sense of, yeah, we should really go back. I've not seen anything like this before, and I don't want to be caught with my hand in my pants. So let's make sure we're as good as we can be before tackling something this big.
Okay. Alaric, what about you?
Alaric's just going to stare like at the body. Just blank, just stare. And then he'll just follow whoever. If they all go, he'll follow.
Right, okay. So you're happy to follow after. That's fine. Right then, guys. Well, it seems at the moment we've got a 2-1 that want to head back to the town. So, if that's what you want to do and you want to collect Francis first, you can do. All I would do is I would do a quick time skip and get us all back to town, obviously using a town portal scroll once you get onto the next floor and pick up Francis. We'll try and do it as quick as possible because I don't want to waste my time on all the nitty-gritty crap. There's no point. We know what we were trying to achieve, so let's just get it done.
Sounds good to me.
Sound good? Right, okay. Yep. What I will do is I will leave you all pretty much huddled around this altar, and we will pick up from that section when we come back. As for picking up Francis, that's easy enough to do. There's no enemies that are left that are within distance of where he is and where you are now. So you basically cleared a path back to him, which is fine. And what we would do is we will take you back to the rogue encampment. So, one by one, I'm going to say Ophi. Let's get the from town. There it is. Ophi and Francis. For his own benefit, I'm going to say that he trusts you enough to follow you. I'm not going to make this into a rolling match between whether he's going to do that or not, because I want to try and get him back to safety as best as we can anyway, and this is the quickest and easiest way. So I'm more than happy for him to just follow after you, Ophi. So we'll put you there, we'll put him there, and the others will one by one follow you through the portal. We'll even put Aurora there as well, obviously, and you don't have Nyx, but you do have Alaric. Okay. So that is going to be focused ping, so everyone sees where you are and what you're doing. Okay, so we're looking at roughly about half an hour later. It really doesn't take long because you know where you're going, you know how to get back easy enough. You're not waylaid by any monsters on the way up there. So just a quick trek back and you'll be absolutely fine. Bear in mind, you would still have to have a little bit of a chat with him, so which could take like 5 minutes or so. Just convince him and then get him through the port. So half an hour has passed, so it's about 6:30 in the evening time.
Okay.
And you guys obviously step back through the portal, and you are back into safety. The NPCs are still awake, although it is drawing to a point of where they are going to start closing up shops pretty soon. But you should have plenty of time to do whatever it is and collect whatever you want to within town. Akara is still in her abode, ready for any kind of trade. Kasia is still about. Her rogues are very much making a presence in the camp, dotted about here and there, but you can still find them. Chelsea, once again, still working on her, I would say, probably a final make of the day before she calls it a day. And Geed has not returned yet, so Geed is still out of action at this point.
Okay, have made my way over to Akara. One thing I do need to buy is obviously we keep topping up the scrolls as we use them. So I'm going to buy a replacement.
Okay.
Replacement scroll.
As you are approaching Akara, and she gives you a friendly wave in recognition of who you are and your relationship and rapport you've built up with her and so on. You notice a clad in leather armour man stood on the bridge, just coming into town, or into the encampment itself. No one has made it to greet him just yet, or he's not really made any attempt to say anything to anyone. He's just literally arrived. It doesn't look hostile. Looks like what you would expect from any kind of frontline adventurer who's used to getting into the thick of combat rather than hanging back and throwing out spells. But there's something about him which does seem a little bit righteous in a way. You can see on his clothing that he adorns is something like a big insignia or something like that, and it will also be on his shield as well. You can see on the embossed right in the middle of his shield is a emblem of the Zakarum temple, which you would know is common knowledge, the Temple of Light.
Okay. So I will take a passing glance to the shiny, knight, as it were, walking across the bridge as I make my way over to Akara. I'm not going to linger too long in that thought because I've got a pressing matter I need to discuss with her about the ritual that happened on the table.
Yep.
And I don't want to lose the detail of that going off in my head.
Mm-hmm.
So, passing glance, and I've made my way over to Akara to discuss the ritual and buy a scroll.
Great.
So the scrolls are 70, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Riker, you are able to move about and go do as you wish inside the town. Sorry, I call it a town. It's not a town. It's an encampment. You do have several NPCs and so on. You have several rogues, all trained with bow and arrow, all basically guarding this one section of the bridge as well. They do notice that you are coming across, but they don't raise their bows and arrow because their sight is very good, and they recognise someone who is, or looks at least appearance-wise, good and just. So you should have control of your character, which is just on the bridge there. You should be able to just click and drag him.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So where would you like to go with Riker? Your first stop, if you like, or closest NPC is Akara, and you can see that she's currently in the middle of a trade with what looks to be a cloth robe wearing lady over there.
You know what, I think I'll head there, but just kind of stand there and patiently wait. I don't want to interrupt anything.
Okay.
Just stand and wait my turn.
Right, okay, so, if you want to move your character over then, so we know how close you are going. Just, on this one, you don't need to click to update, just click and drag on where you want to go. There we go. So, obviously, you've got a few eyes on you from the moment you set across the bridge. You've got the rogue guards, scouts, whatever you want to call them, looking in your direction and watching as you come in and kind of seeing what your actions are, but they've already got a good feeling about you from being here. There is some idle chit chat that goes on between the two. You can't quite hear it; it's a bit inaudible, but you gather that they're talking about you as you walk past. Now, so as you approach Akara, she does give you a quick glance as she is kind of dealing with Ophi at this point. And when she turns back to you and finishes doing whatever she's doing with Ophi, she looks you up and down really quickly, and takes note of all your clothing and your designs that are on them and your shield and so on. And says, "Greetings, would you happen to be a paladin by any chance?"
I would be, actually. It's a very astute observation. I'm sure many cannot tell.
For someone like me, that was very easy to come to that conclusion. What brings you here? Have you come to help us?
I've come to help out where I can. You see, I'm just essentially a traveller. I go where I'm needed. I go to help people who need help. And, if anything, anyone who needs help in any way, shape or form, perhaps of a evil variety.
Indeed. Well, you must have heard about the tragedy that has happened in this area. We've lost our monastery to demonic forces that have invaded. We've lost several of our sisters in the meantime. Some have been lost, some have been killed, some have been corrupted. There are several heroes that have tried, or adventurers I should say, that have tried to help us. Some not as fortunate as the others, shall we say. They have met some bitter ends. Others have disappeared without trace, not sure why. Maybe they got called for something else, or I don't know, maybe they just gave up on the task at hand. However, there has been a small group that have recently entered town and our encampment, and this is one of them. And she points to Ophi and puts her arm around the back of her and puts it on her shoulder. So this here is Ophi. She is a sorceress, and she's part of a party that is helping the encampment currently. Would you be able to lend them your aid, Sir Paladin?
Absolutely, and I'll hold out my hand towards Ophi and be like, "It's nice to meet you. I am Rika."
Hi, Rika. It's nice to meet you too. Can you just bear with me one moment? I have a itching scenario I need to run past Akara about something we've crossed paths with in our most recent location. If I don't tell her about it now, I'm worried I'll forget some of the detail. So, can you just bear with me for a moment?
Absolutely. Rika will bow and step back slightly and just stand there at a slight distance.
Feel free to listen. So I'm turning to Akara now and starting to talk about the ritual table that we witnessed at the the level of the tower that we were recently on. And then
Go ahead, tell her.
explaining the tower, the candelabra, the markings.
Ophi, tell her.
I am telling her.
No, tell, like, literally.
Oh,
tell her.
Akara.
Tell
Oh, okay.
the words.
Akara, we've come across a table in the tower, and it's kind of very, very ritualistic. And I was wondering if you had any kind of experience or any insight on how we could deal with it. It was very bloodthirsty, and it's kind of taken us all aback a little bit. Have you come across anything like this before?
She takes a moment to goes into a bit of a thought process, and then she kind of snaps back and as if you just like startled her or woken up from something. And says, that does sound interesting. Although interesting in a bad way and for bad reasons. Could you give me any details as to what is on this table?
Well, it was a very slab-style altar. There were a few candelabra. There was a corpse.
A corpse?
A very blood-worthy corpse.
A very fresh corpse or a dead, long-forgotten corpse?
It seemed to be fairly fresh, but
Fresh, you say?
not that old either. It's very difficult to describe. It certainly had an aroma to it.
Were there any markings on this table, or was there any pictures or murals depicting anything on the walls?
My mind's gone blank, and I'm kind of coaxing Alaric over. I'm hoping that he can see me waving him over. Because Alaric took quite some interest in the scenario as well.
Yeah, no worries. It's okay, my dear. It's okay. Don't worry. You've been through a lot recently, and I understand. It's hard to remember all the details. It's not a problem. So, but from what you've described so far to me, I would say this sounds like cultist activity. And I think what you possibly ran into was a blood ritual. For what purpose, I don't know. But generally, when you do blood magic, it is linked with hell itself and all the demonic denizens that dwell within. So I would stay away from this. I don't know if it has any lingering effects, because sometimes rituals can. However, I would be interested to know more. But I fear if I do learn some more, it may be leading me down a darkened path that I wish to not tread.
Thank you for your input, Akara. It certainly took me aback when I saw the altar laid out in front of us. I'll go and liaise with the others and see where we go from here. We still haven't seen Blaze. We're still looking for her.
I'm sure she will turn up.
After seeing Ophi in the car and this random dude talking, Alaric's gonna go over
Okay.
as well.
Yep.
Just look at Riker and just like stare at him for a bit, and then just look away and look at Akara. Go, you look smart. Can you make armor out of devil kit?
I look smart. Well, thank you for noticing. I'm known as a seeress.
What does that mean?
It means someone who is very smart.
Ah,
But
I-
if you wish to talk about armour, then Chelsea will be your best bet. I have no clue about armour whatsoever. Bring me a problem with arcane or even filthy cultist power and I can possibly help you out with that. Talk to me about swords and shields and armour and I can't help you.
and then I look over to Ophie. Go, what did you want me here for?
Oh, sorry, Alec. I was talking to Akara about the ritual we saw laid out in front of us in the tower. I was wondering if there's any details that you picked up on that was worth sharing.
The man being sacrificed was an assassin, like myself. So whoever did this they're capable fighters. Or
Well, I'm sad for your loss, Alaric. However, it does seem that you've picked up a little task for yourself to find out who's done this
yeah, it does, doesn't it?
and possibly bring them to justice in any way you would see fit. Now run along, I have things to discuss with Ophie, and this fine gentleman stood next to us. You've got armour to talk about.
Who was it I had to speak to again, sorry?
Chelsea.
Okay, I'll walk away and look for Chelsea.
As you walk and turn your back, she kind of rolls her eyes towards Ophie.
Do I notice that?
Nope.
Okay.
Not unless your head turns 180 degrees while you're walking away.
I'm basically an owl though, isn't it?
No. Nope. You go do what you're doing. Right, so, back to the conversation between Rika and Akara and Ophie. Ophie, I want you to be careful, as it sounds like where you're going is extremely dangerous.
I'm taking deep, long breaths here at the moment, kind of wondering how we can do what we need to do and look for Blaze and actually leave safely. So my mind's in a little bit of a mess. I'm quite a worrier as a person, so I'm kind of kicking the dirt around my feet, thinking, how can we do this?
Ophie, make a persuasion roll. Okay, that's quite low. She reaches behind her and, without looking, just grabs something off of one of the small tables that are behind her, and she pulls it straight away without even looking, and then holds it out in front of her towards you, Ophie. And all you see is a small blue vial, which looks like a minor mana potion. It says, "It's not much, but I know that you can use this, and if I can help, then I will." And she gives it to you, free of charge.
Thank you, Akara. Any hint on what it's for?
Oh my dear, you don't recognise a mana potion when you see one?
Ah, okay. I was just wondering if it was the same as the one I bought for Alec last time.
The very same. Oh, oh no, I can see that he's used that. No, that is a completely different thing altogether. This is just a mana potion. Nothing special, just a standard, You've probably got some. I know the rest of your party have some, so I'm going to give you a free one just to try and help you. Sadly, I've got nothing else I can give you at the moment.
Much appreciated, Akara. Thank you for your help.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of turn and wander away because
Okay.
I'm thinking I'm going to kind of wander over to Kane to see if he can identify this ring for me that we picked up.
Yeah, no
from the
problem.
chest.
Yep. Remember, he doesn't do it instantly. It takes a little bit of time. It'll take half an hour.
That's fine. I don't know. We can always leave it with him, I guess, if we're in a major hurry. But
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that.
But I sense that some of us probably need a rest.
Mm-hmm.
I know that my health and my mana is a bit low at the moment, so
Yes. One thing that you guys should know as well, any of your drained abilities, so any time that you've lost 1 point to your wisdom, intelligence and charisma, they remain lost. You do not get them back after a long rest, a short rest, or a extended rest. You must find a way to recover those points.
Okay. So, is anybody else wanting to do anything in town? Because I feel like I'm dominating it here. But I've got a yellow ring here to hand over to Kane.
That's fine. I'm going to go with the rest. Obviously, Francis is going to retreat back to the fire where he feels most comfortable, and he's going to chill out. His minions obviously not following him into the town because that'd freak everybody out. But yeah, he's just going to chill out over by the fire until I guess he gets some clarity, I suppose, and that'll be him done and safe for now. Aurora is going to head over to tent and restock her arrows and speak to one of the guards that's outside the tent. Baxter, what are you doing whilst in town?
Baxter's not really come with a plan. He's just kind of followed because he knew that the rest of the party needed to come back.
Okay.
He has taken note, though, of the nice shiny bloke in clad leather armour.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just keeping his eye on him. He wants to approach him, but at the same time he doesn't know if he's talking to Akara or not, so he's just going to hang back for the time being.
Yeah. For all intents and purposes, Riker is actually now part of the party, and he will be counted in party specific things, such as searches, checks, and so on. Scarlet, what are you doing? You are low on MP.
I am. I'm thinking I will. Yeah, I think I'm going to go over to Ophi and Akara and buy a town portal scroll.
Yeah, no problem.
As long as I've got the money, I'll have to get it off of Ophi. And I'm going to stash that and say, after our experience in that Hellfire, I'd rather have one of these on hand, if that's alright.
Always good to have one. Yes, absolutely.
Slip it, I'll hand over the money and I'll slip it inside my pouch. Ophi, do we have enough potions? I feel like we should go prepared. Clearly we were inadequately prepared the first time around. I'd rather not repeat that.
We have quite a few potions.
Antidotes?
We have quite a few. We have quite a few in the chest. We've got 3 mana, 1 health, 3 regeneration, 4 antidote, and 1 stamina, all in the chest. So if you want to go over,
I'm going to hold out my arms and sort of show her the discolorization from the poison that ran through my veins. It's still, I'll sort of clench and make a fist, and that poison was nasty. I'd rather not repeat that event again.
Well, if you go over to the chest and help yourself and let me know what you've taken and load up your belt while you're there.
I'll take 2 antidote. How many health potions do we have?
We have... Oh, hold on. Sorry, I've just managed to edit mode. There's 1 health in there at the moment. There's 3 mana.
I'll take 2 mana, 2 antidote, and 2 health.
There's only 1 health.
Then I'll buy 1 extra health.
So 2 mana. You're taking the
So I'm
hit.
just stocking up the belt.
Did you take any regeneration?
What do they do? I'll hold it out and point it towards you. What does this one do?
I'm not sure what the regeneration does. It just says regeneration. I'm not sure if that is stamina or whether it's...
I'll give it a sniff. DM, can I say what this potion particularly is? Have I used the rejuvenation one? Give it a little sniff.
Rejuvenation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how many of you have actually used one yet. I know that Francis was storing them for quite some time. The odd thing about this one is it has no scent to it whatsoever, which is really weird. It looks kind of like if you were to take a mana potion and mix it with a health potion, and you would get a nice swirling purplish colour. That's what this potion looks like. It's a purple liquid. But other than that, there's no scent to it.
I'll pop the cork back on, and I'll put it away for now. I'm not sure what that one does. I'll think to myself and leave it there for now. And then yeah, I'll just head out with my 4 or 6 potions, and then I'll go and take a rest by the bonfire.
Yep.
So you say you bought a health potion with the shared cash.
Yeah.
Does everyone want to take a short rest while they're in town?
Absolutely.
Try and get some hit points and MP back where possible. Okay. When you're all ready to do the short rest, just place your character around the fire in the middle for me, please.
Yeah, Scarlet will go and wander off and sit by the fire now.
Can I talk to Chelsea quickly before I do that?
You can.
Hello.
Oh, hey there.
I was told to speak to you about armor requests.
Yeah, I'm really good with armor. What can I do for you?
Can you make armor out of devil people?
Devil people?
Yes, they have fireproof skin. I was wondering if I could use that.
This may be above my grade, I'm afraid. I've never made armor out of dead devils. I'm not even sure that you can tan their hides because it's so tough and durable. You can't even skin it.
Okay. Thank you. I'll just go back to the campfire then.
Alright. Well, bear in mind, she did say that it's above what she would know and that she doesn't think it's possible. That doesn't necessarily mean that is true. So it's up to you if you want to pursue this any further, but she is unable to help you with the knowledge that she possesses.
I guess I'll just find someone smarter.
Yep, someone more experienced maybe, might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Very well. Alright, so if everyone wants to do their roles, we're going to, for the moment, leave you guys in there, and I want to focus on Wolfstan for a second. So, Wolfstan, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Great stuff. Right, well. Wolfstan, from what you recall, you were in a dark, twisted place. You were adventuring there for 2 reasons. 1, because you were nosy, and 2, because you heard that there was some great treasure in there to be had, and with treasure generally comes fame. And so you decided that you would journey there with one of your closest friends. Now, this much you do know. Now, upon entering this place, you found that you were overwhelmed in combat. The traps that you'd set off had taken a toll, severely weakened you, even in your rageful states. Lots of fire magic and so on being thrown around. And your companion, who is also one of your closest friends, has since fallen to the damage, to lingering wounds that have festered and not been able to be cured.
Okay.
Before you get to a point of where you also kind of pass out, you hear female voices. Now, you're not quite sure where they're coming from because it's all a bit of a daze, but they are about and around you, and it does seem very echoey. There's lots of heat in the area that you remember, and you can smell blood. And you have to keep yourself in check because at the moment you're on your own. And you look around very briefly as to not give away the fact that you are still alive. And as you lay there, you can see that your partner, your friend, your comrade, your whatever, is now being dragged by 2 leather-wearing, twisted visage women.
Yeah.
So she's dragged away, and you are left there. Eventually, you take the time and you think, maybe I need to get out of this place. But as you do so, you find that the stress of all this has made you weakened. You just watched your closest friend being dragged away by whoever it was or whatever it was. You don't know, but what you do know is that they've dragged them away, and you're not likely to see them again, not unless you can save them. So with that,
Right.
you fall into a sort of state of unconsciousness. The stress getting to you. There's nothing you can do about it. You feel your heart racing, and then all you remember is darkness as the world around you just goes dim.
Yeah.
For a moment,
Okay.
there is a loud crackle of thunder and a flash of lightning, and being inside, that doesn't make sense to you. And as you slowly open your eyes and look around, more and more of this stormy weather kind of kicks in, and you notice that where you were before, in the stone floor of the place that you were delving into, is no longer there, and you are seemingly stood on what could be only described as black rock or obsidian. So as you lay there and this storm picks up in intensity, you see from the storm itself a cloaked dark shape which drops from the sky and comes down to roughly level where you are, but puts a good distance between you. I'd say a good like 60 feet or so between you. So you're not able to see huge amounts of like detail as such, but you can see the outline of this creature. And as they reach on the same kind of plane or level as you are, and you start pulling yourself up to your knees, and you can see that their head is pointed, and you can just see the silhouette of a point on top, and then it goes from basically down to the shoulders and then drops down all the way to the floor. You can't see feet, but you assume that they must be stood on something, or either stood there or they're floating there. You don't know.
Yeah.
And from a quick flash of light that beams across the sky, you can see their face for just a moment, and the face looks skeletal, and where the eyes are empty sockets. And as you peer towards them, they glow ever so faintly with a red pulsing light, and you can see it just about under that dark hood that they're wearing. The storm continues, and you bring yourself to your feet. You shout at this creature. Who are you? What have you done with my friend? Because it's still in your mind. You don't know where you are, but there's still something in your mind that's still triggering. And nothing comes back from this creature. So you get a little bit closer and start drawing your weapons, because you've got no time for this. And so you whip yourself up into a bit of a state, shall we say, not quite rage, but you're getting there. You're getting a bit ticked off by the fact that this thing has appeared and not introduced itself. You don't know where you are. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. So at this stage, it's really frustrating for you.
Yeah.
So you move forwards, and you've got your axes out, and you're getting to a point where you just want to get close enough to hit this thing. The more and more you shout and it doesn't respond, the more times you get anger, and eventually you do whip yourself into a rage, and you do charge towards this creature headlong. For the time being, it makes no movement whatsoever. It just seems to be staring at you. You can see its eyes as you get closer. You can see that the glow, the pulsating, starts to get faster and brighter, until one point you can actually see the brightness of it is actually masking over the face, the skull-like face that you could see before, only now it looks red, so it looks like a red skull. And then you take your swing. You get within distance,
yeah,
and you take your first swing. With a flash of a quick movement, you can see the creature extends their arm and just blocks your swing. You can see for a moment that the axe head begins to crack, and part of it shatters off, and you're just left with basically a small piece of metal which is attached to a long wooden haft, as the rest of it lays at your feet. Obviously now even more enraged, you take a swing with your second one, and it repeats. Only this time it's not just the axe head, the whole thing snaps in half. The wooden half shatters, and there's bits of wood that literally just cover all over your body. You drop your broken weapons to the ground and take a good 15 feet or so back away from it. In utter disbelief, you watch as this thing raises its hand out towards you, and its skeletal hand points in your direction, and you can see the fingertips starting to glow with an orangish red colour, kind of very similar to the eyes. And you take a deep breath in. You start thinking of your friend, your home, your family, your ancestors, and your current predicament, of course, is at the forefront of all of that. And you can see that this glow starts to crackle with red energy. And as you watch even further, you can see that a ball starts to form of this energy, this orange, reddish, crackling energy. And before you know it, you can see that the stream is coming from the hand of this creature directly towards you. And just before it hits you in the head, because it's literally directly coming towards your eyes, and all you can see is just a big red blur. Disappears, and you wake up. You wake up, and you can see, or you can feel, that there's something heavy on your back. You can feel it. You don't know what it is, but it stinks, and it smells of almost like dead creatures in a way. There is blood everywhere, just dripping around you. You are literally laying in pools of the stuff. It's all over your weapons, all over your armor, all over your clothes, all over your face, your hair. It is everywhere. You are literally covered in this blood. There is a severe amount of weight on your back, but being fairly strong in body, not so much in mind, but definitely in body, you feel that you can handle it, and you start to wriggle free. You put one arm out with one of your axes, you put the other arm out with other axes, and you're basically trying to ninja crawl your way out of this pile of bodies that are literally just piled on top of you. So your plan has worked. You wanted to pretend that you were dead so that you would get taken away. You have been taken away. You've been captured. You've been dumped in a dead pile of bodies because they believe that you were dead. So they're just doing a little bit of a tidy up. But what they didn't realise is that, and what they should have done is they should have got rid of, like, discarded all your equipment, but they didn't this time for whatever reason, and so your plan has worked perfectly, and you are now further inside the place where you were trying to get to. You don't quite know roughly how far you are. But there's only two things that you want to do. Is obviously get some revenge for, and possibly a rescue of sorts. If your friend is still alive, you don't know. You need to find them. And then loot the place.
Right. Okay.
But sadly, as you are well aware, being of the kind of nature that you are as a barbarian, Destiny has a It has its own mind, its own way of playing out, and there's not always something you can do about something. And you accept this fact because, like I said, you're very spiritual, tribe-wise, and you know the way that things work. And whilst you may be hopeful that you might find what you may be looking for, when you find it, it might not be what you want. So for the time being,
Right.
you're trying to wriggle your way free from out the bodies.
Yeah.
Okay, has everybody done their rolls? Yes. Scarlet, yes. Alaric, yes. Scarlet, again. Yeah. Ophi. Are you doing your mana rolls and hit point rolls?
I wasn't sure what I needed to roll. So, is it
What have you got? So you've got your lower. Well, you've got halfway for your mana. You've got half hit points. So, Ophi, on your sheet,
Yeah.
if you open up your sheet, right at the top where it says hit points,
Yep.
if you look below that, it should say hit dice.
Yep.
Alright, roll that or click on that and it will roll it for you. It might ask what sort of roll you want to do. Just click public. And you do that as many times as you want to, up to 4 times.
Okay. Well, it says that I've got 4 in the box, so.
Right, so you've got so you've got 3 left to do. Oh, wow. Keep going. Wow. Hey?
Yes. It's put +1 on there for some reason.
Yeah, it will for your constitution.
And I put,
Whoa!
that takes me more than what I can, so I can only put it back up to maximum, can't I?
Yeah. Well, let's see. You've got 22 max and you had 12. So the first 2 would be enough. You don't need the other 2, so you can save that. So you can do 2 of 4. And still save the other 2 for if you make another one. Wow, I can't believe you got 4 6s in a row.
The odds of that are 1 in 1296.
That's
And then
insane.
is it the same for the MP dice?
And then for your MP dice, you will have to do manually. So if you go to the left side
Yeah.
and click on the dice symbol,
And that's.
and then you
10.
want what's your mana dice? Is it 12? Oh, 10.
It's a 10, so it's 4d10.
Yep. So however many you want to spend, roll the d10s, and then whatever your charisma bonus is, which is 4, so you add 4 to the value. So you can even set that up if you wish. I've never seen that. Wow, 4 6s. All right, so you're going to go for all 4.
Yeah,
Right.
because I'm down to 46.
Right. So every one of those numbers you add your modifier to. So you've got 4 to your charisma. So the first one is 5. Second one is 9. The third one would be 13. And the last one would be 11. So add all those numbers up, and then that'll be your total.
Yeah, this was the bit I got confused with.
All right. So I'll tell you, it's 41,
So I'm back up to full again.
isn't it? Oh no, sorry, you've only got +4. So it's 4, 8, 12, 16. So add 16 on to 21. So you'd be 37.
It's,
I thought you had 5. No, you're not. You're not quite there yet. One more point, you will be. But that's all your mana dice gone for this particular day. You do get them back with bigger resting, but for now, that's all of them gone.
that just fill my mana right back up. Because my total is 78 and it gets me to 83. So.
Well, there you go. So,
Which is what I needed because I was starting to panic that my mana was going to be too low for any new adventures. The only thing it doesn't do is reset my my spell slots, but I've still got some sorcery points. So
that's correct. You do, and you can use those, I believe, to sort out your spells at a later date. Anyway, so yes, you're absolutely fine. So you are 40 points and 4 mana.
no idea I managed to roll 4 7s in a row.
No, no,
Wait. Clearly.
Okay. Everyone else done and ready?
Kane just has the ring still. Has he had time to
No.
identify?
Yeah, it'll be at least another 15 minutes from the point of when you gave it to him. So he would be identifying it whilst you have your is it 15 or 10 minute resting? Oh, I can't remember now. I think it's 10. I'm not sure. Let's have a quick look. Resting. Short rest is 10 minutes, so he's got 20 minutes until he's got his first identification done.
That's fine. I'll leave it with him.
Okay, not a problem. By the time you get back, it should be ready. Very well. Right. Then, guys, it's up to you.
Okay, so I'm going to introduce Riker to the rest of the group. So, guys, this is Riker. He's a paladin. And Akara suggested that he should join us. So, are you ready to jump out the frying pan and straight into the fire, Riker? Because we are in some really dark crap at the moment.
Was born in the fire. It's fine.
Tell me, Riker, do you hang around graveyards like she does?
You know, not particularly.
Shame that.
Seems to be unique to Ophi's pastime, hanging around bloody graveyards at silly o'clock at night.
Hang around graveyards? That's Francis's job.
No, that was what you. I met you, Ophi, whenever that was, outside the graveyard.
I was just passing through.
Oh yeah, outside the graveyard. Yeah, of course you were.
Why were you in
I'm wafting my hand and just walking towards the portal, thinking, I'll just leave you to it. You continue this conversation with yourself. I'll save your ass another time, Scarlet.
I'm just going to follow behind you, yapping away about how it's ridiculous. You and you weirdo people sleeping in coffins, walking into graveyards at stupid o'clock at night. With flaming demons on your shoulder. Totally normal behaviour.
Which hasn't got yet.
Enough time hasn't passed for me to have my lovely
Not
neck
quite.
back yet.
You've got about another 6 or 7 hours.
Oh.
So as soon as midnight breaks, you'll be able to get her.
I'm just walking behind Ophi, just sort of yapping away to myself. No, into no and raging against the darkness. Totally normal. People walk around the graveyards with demons on their shoulder, on fire. Totally normal. Sleeping in coffins, in crypts of demon vampire countesses. Totally normal. What the fuck has happened to these people?
I'm going to turn around to Scarlet and say, Scarlet, what the heck has rattled your cage?
You! All of you!
That's been normal.
Let's just fire and blaze. You're all a bunch of weirdos. All of you.
Very well. And with that, Aurora comes out of her restocking session in her tent after having said goodbye to the guard at the front. Waits over by the portal, just basically lets everyone know that she's ready to go when you are. Okay. Ophi, as you are the one that created the portal, you will have to step through last, otherwise it will close just after you step through and then everyone will be stranded.
Yeah, I don't want to do that unless I'm really feeling mean to Scarlet.
Which does mean the person who is returning through the portal has to go last at whatever happens the other side. Very well.
I'll put my hand on Ophi's shoulder and say, after me, Ophi. I need to go through first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, think of it just like a doorway. Okay, in which case, we're going to head back into... when I find it. You won't be able to see anything just yet, Riker or Wolfstan, because of your tokens aren't on here just yet, but they will be. So bear with me, and I'll get them put on. So...
I wouldn't have said anything, DM. I think that's quite role appropriate for Ophi. Clumsy character that she is, we're forgetting that she's the owner of the portal and shutting us out. I think that's totally something Ophi would do.
Yeah, it would be funny, wouldn't it?
You'd be the one that gets put out. It's fine.
Lyric probably would come first. We'll go through with Ophi at the end. Scarlet, you are back over here, and
I'm just turning around going, where the hell's everybody gone? Wait, where's the portal gone? And I end up walking into a bloody stone wall because the portal's not there anymore.
yeah.
Bonk.
No, I don't want Baxter. I want... where is he? Riker! You are tiny. Why are you so tiny? I need to make you bigger. There we go. Okay. So, bearing in mind, you guys will enter back into the tower based on where you left it, which would have been the floor above, where you met up with Francis and escaped that way. So we're moving back down towards here, which is going to take you another 30 minutes or so. And eventually you arrive back near to where the altar is. Put that there. Put that there. Okay. Quick note for movement-wise, Riker, you've got 60 feet of movement whilst out of combat. As soon as you get into combat, that means either, well, no, only for the initiative. Once you are inside or considered inside initiative order, you will be set back to 30. Whilst you are out of combat, everyone gets to do their full turn as such, and then I ask that you wait until everybody else has had a go, and then you can do something else. Just out of fairness, so no one is like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that, and everyone's just waiting. Okay?
Yeah, sorry.
What's the paladin's name?
Riker. But if you don't know, then you don't know.
I think Ophi just introduced me.
Feel free to ask him.
Oh, I did introduce him at the fire before we went through the portal.
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah. I think I just forgot the name. Oh, Riker, have a good look. Riker, is that your name? Have a good look around. I hope you brought enough blessings to cleanse this evil place.
So you are once again stood looking at this gruesome visage of this sacrificed man that was on the altar. His blood collected and delivered into the recess in the wall behind him.
I will waste no time after my sort of mildly snarky, sarcastic comment to the paladin. And I haven't got any time for that, and I'm going to walk off. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll peek round this corner.
Okay.
Right, coast is clear. Let's go. I'm going to give everyone a hand signal.
Very well.
If they choose to follow it, that's up to them.
Scarlett's running off up ahead again, is she?
Yep.
Take a good look around here, Riker. Where is your god?
Can I actually look at the body real quick? Is there anything I would know about it, or...?
You instantly wouldn't recognise the handiwork of cultists.
Okay.
And you notice that there are some very similar ways that the body is tied and stuff like that, that are done specifically with a certain type of cult. They also carve that you don't really notice, or Alaric didn't notice because he was looking more towards the head, towards the legs, the ankles, that kind of thing. They normally carve little what they call pentagrams into the skin.
I looked at his pubic region.
That's not his feet, is it?
No.
Okay. As the time gets serious, I suppose, so I'll follow along and I'll pose a question to anyone in the group, which is, what have you actually faced in here? What have you dealt with?
Little demon people. And some weird ghosty bird things.
Yep.
Pretty basic stuff, to be fair. You know.
Shamans. Yeah, don't forget the lovely resurrecting shamans.
The what?
Shamans!
I didn't see any of them.
Oh, we did.
Oh yeah. I think the scariest thing I see in here is Scarlet.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you definitely recognise them, Riker. You've seen them before on several bodies, some of which are belonging to the cultists. Others are given as a kind of like possession symbol, and I don't mean like possessed by a spirit, I mean by like worldly possessions, so possessing or owning a person, so kind of like a slave.
Dominatrix shit going on here.
I will follow Scarlet and I will draw my short sword in preparation.
Great stuff. Okay. Great. What's everyone else doing?
Baxter's gonna just hang back, more trailing the other members who are deciding to follow Scarlet.
Mhm.
Got an eerie feeling that something might come creep up on the rear, so
So
He
you're doing
preferred
that
to-
rear guard kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
Alaric's gonna try and go to Scarlet and then peek round that, go on to where Scarlet is and peek round the square, and then go back to where he is at the moment.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll stealth?
No, you won't need to do that. It's already been checked.
Oh.
I'm puffing and kind of commenting that Scarlett's running off up ahead again, and goodness knows what she's going to get us into this time.
Wow.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm going to mention to Scarlett, have you seen anything interesting down here?
Bones, blood.
I'll do a roll for Aurora.
It doesn't look like this
Okay.
is more than a room, is it?
1, 2, 3. That's it.
Alright, well, as everyone catches up, I'll move up 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Poke head around this corner.
You're peeking. I want a stealth roll, please.
Oh no.
21. Yeah, I think that should do it. Let me just check.
Oh no.
I don't think they are hugely perceptive. No, they're not. Okay, so you may get a quick glance around the corner. So step round and have a look.
Oh my god.
And this is just you technically peeking your head around and not being noticed.
Yeah, I know. Oh god. I'm gonna give a very distressed hand signal.
Fair enough. Probably a wise idea.
I'm gonna go over to Scarlet and 15.
Unlike Alaric, which should probably hide behind the wall and go, yeah, there's loads around here!
I'm gonna go here and then ask Scarlet what she saw. Look, would you see?
Lots.
Of?
Let's bring it back on there.
It's not my turn, I shouldn't really be speaking, but lots. Enemies.
Uh,
You know
lots is
from
fine.
hand gesture that she means there's enemies.
Lots is fine. But yes. On your turn, you can relay more information. Right, okay. What are you doing the rest of your turn, Lyric?
Can I peek around as well?
Nope.
Okay.
There's only one place you can get to do that.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, I'm standing there. What, you're gonna peek through me?
Yeah, you're pretty safe though. And I'll just wait here, call the others over, like waving my arm at them, like, you know. And then that's it for me.
Okay. Okay, who's next?
Guess I'll
Riker, Ophi?
follow suit.
I can... Go on then, Rebecca. Go you go, Max.
I think Baxter is hanging back slightly.
Yeah.
You would be aware of the hand gesture made by Scarlet, though, Baxter.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can just peek her hands.
Yep. You can see the way she's acting as well, like flat against the wall, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
Very well. Aurora's going to move to here. She's moving in stealth, so she'll move slower. Ophi?
I recognise the hand signal from Scarlet as well. I'm kind of huffing and puffing, thinking, oh, what's she found now? I'm already annoyed with her for her actions before the portal. But I'm trying my best to stay calm. She's on a wind up today, and I wonder what's triggered it off. I'm not able to see anything, so
No.
you know.
No, you are not.
It's like, what the f is going off, Scarlet? What can you see?
I'm just gonna make a line, you know, the slicing your throat motion.
Okay. I'm gonna sigh and think, more. Again.
Okay. And we just wait for Baxter, see what he's doing.
Yeah, Baxter's just going to move up to the corner, really close to
Yep.
everyone, but still hanging back.
Yep. In the meantime, Wolfstan, do you want to make a strength roll for me, please?
Someone forgot to mute.
Oh, he's muted. Wolfstan, you muted. Is he?
I forgot to mute for my phone ringing, and Wolfstan's muting. He's probably chatting away to himself.
Hello. Sorry.
Are you with us? Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Can you make a strength check for me, please?
Strength.
Mm-hmm.
2 seconds. Character sheet's just loading. Just click on strength. Yeah.
Yep. Just click on strength.
Public roll.
Alright, so you're struggling a little bit at the moment. These bodies are a little bit heavier than what you thought. You're still a little bit weakened from what's gone on. A bit shook up from this reoccurring dream that you constantly have. But you are getting free, but it's just not just going to be yet. Okay?
Okay.
Alright. So, Baxter is done what Baxter's doing. Scarlet. You seem to be...
I'm going to whisper to the group. Has anyone got any? Has anyone, very quietly, as quietly as I can, has anyone got any caltrops or oil or marbles?
I'm shaking my head.
In lead to Ophi and to Alaric.
No, I do not.
Aurora points to these bones that are next to her and says, "What about if we use some of those? Surely they're sharp." Can you do anything with those?
Not easily.
You could sharpen them.
There's definitely fragments I can see.
No, we need something quick and dirty. I'll shake it off and say, and give everyone a sign. I'll pull the crossbows up and making a sign. So
oh, here she goes. Here she goes. She's diving in, everyone. All right. Aurora's going to stand right at the back here and get in line with the exit to this door. The room, sorry. She's literally now pulled her bow out in front of her and knocked an arrow, waiting for the go-ahead, shall we say.
I'm going to look to the group, crossbows at the ready, and give them a nod. And say, this is it, get ready. They come, there's going to be a lot of them.
I'm going to get my daggers ready.
Yep, okay. Preparation rounds.
Go for it.
Point to Riker's shield and tell him to raise it up, ready.
Can we not just put Riker in the doorway?
That's what I was going to try and move
Oh,
to.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I don't know how much talking we can do, but I think it's the plan. But right now, the second Riker makes a move, they're gonna know we're there. We know we're here, and they're gonna come storming. So I think we might as well get the drop on them while we've got the element of surprise.
Can I ask what it is we're preparing for?
Combat.
I'm gonna sigh trouble, and with that, I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna fire.
She's doing it.
Guns blazing.
She's doing it.
I'm doing it. I'm stepping out. I'm gonna run. Come swing out the corner. Crossbows up at the ready. I'm gonna fucking let loose at the first one we'll see. So we're gonna go fire arrow, and then the first one I see will be that one in my first line of sight. I'm just gonna go fucking ham on full auto. Right, bang, first shot for a 21 on a fire arrow.
21. Yeah, that's gonna be a hit. It's gonna be a normal hit. It's not powerful. So 7 piercing, 3 fire.
Yeah,
and
the
then,
full will be the
and
full
then
back. So 7, 10. Are they resistant to fire at all? Do I know?
Not. You don't know you just yet. But everything seems to be going through. All the damage you are dealing, they don't seem to be resisting any of it.
Alright, well, without a moment's hesitation, I'll fire with my second shot.
Right,
That
so
is a crit fail.
how much are we talking on the first one?
21.
21. 21 damage?
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, he's in really bad shape. The second one you fire, that's a nat 1. Okay, so you take half your damage.
That would just be the bait. I didn't fire that one, so that would just be 3-4 damage to me.
And Lilith is jammed. The third shot does not go off. Well, neither does the second one, technically.
You'll hear my shout, son of a bitch!
Bad timing. Bad timing,
Not
Lilith.
now! Not now!
Aurora's like, what? And then she looks and sees that you know, like the bow part of the crossbow, it's just gone all limp as it's come out of its holder. And you're like, oh, okay. Oh, no.
This is really bad timing, Lilith. I'm going to mess that up just a split second and then regain my composure, realise it's now useless for the second and swing with my offhand. I'm going to go for a non-powerful shot, and I will not fire arrow because it's in bad shape.
Okay.
So this is just a box standard shot, 17 to hit for 4 piercing, 4 lightning.
Okay.
1, 2, 5 because my amulet. So 4, 8, 10.
So your second bolt strikes just above where the heart is. You can see the blood just comes pouring out.
Yeah, so this is all kind of roughly. It would have been one smooth, slow motion, sort of bullet time sort of move, but it went a bit wrong with the jammed crossbow. So I'm going to sort of spin on my heel and back up.
Yep. Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Crossbows at the ready. Get ready, guys. Here they come.
Okay. And with that, let's get some initiative rolls, please, guys.
I might not be able to get my assassinate ability off.
Remember, it only applies to anything that hasn't had a turn.
Yeah.
So even if you go last, well, even if you go before all the enemies, but last in the party, you can still get your assassinate ability.
True.
Aurora's 14, middle of the pack.
Do you want one from Wolfspan as well?
Yes, please. As that's going to determine when you do your strength rolls.
Yeah.
I'm doing it as a total. You have to reach a certain amount in total, and then once you do that, you're free, and you are up and about.
Right. Okay.
So, what do we have? That's 8. Yes. It has updated. Lovely. I will put you in. I know what I'll do. I'll put your character over here for now. and then we'll add you into the turn order. You gain 10. Sort. Yes. Alright, great. So first off at the moment is going to be Riker. Let's see what the enemy gets. There's only 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so just beaten by one of them, who's raring to go after he's just watched his friend just get annihilated by Scarlet. You can see one. Let's see. He's going to come around the corner, not realise how many there are of you. And go for the first person who he sees, and that's going to be you, Alaric. He's going to launch an attack with his big axe. He's going to do... he's going to use Reckless Assault and double swing if possible. If he...
Ouch.
Okay, so that's a 19.
Yeah, that's a hit.
That's going to hit. And you are going to suffer 8 points of slashing damage as he brings his axe down onto you. He then pulls it out really quickly. And he is going to... Hang on. Actually... We're going to go again because he's got advantage. No, 24. So your armour is 15. Oh, you just about avoided a powerful blow. So we'll take the 24. He still does 8 points of slashing. He's going to use the bonus action of double swing. Only this time he has to roll at disadvantage. So he brings it back out and tries to cleave down on the other shoulder with disadvantage. That's going to be a 15 to hit you, I believe. Yeah. So he manages to hack both your shoulders, and you take another 7 points of slashing damage as he withdraws his blade from your arm, making happy little goat noises. Because that's all they can do. They can't talk. They just make goat noises. Okay, so with him done, wetting his blade, Riker.
Alright.
First and foremost.
Just gonna rush him. Just gonna get right up on him. I'm just gonna...
Do you want to cast anything before you do that?
Let's see. You know what? No, I don't. I might as well. I think I want to use might.
Might aura. Fantastic. Okay.
Yep.
Just tell everyone, or do you know how to ping what might aura does?
No.
Okay, so if you hover over where it says might aura in red or whatever highlight you've got, to the side, it should have a speech bubble. If you click on the speech bubble, it should share what you've written in there, so everybody can see what it does and how it works. Okay, so you stand over here, and you drop. Well, sorry, you put up your might aura by holding your mace in a vertical position in front of your head and literally whispering a few words into it. You burst with some sort of energy, some radiant energy, and it just covers an area of 15 feet around you. For everyone who isn't aware, 15 feet around Riker at this current point, so 5, 10, this includes you, Baxter, will have a +1 added onto their damage because it's a rank 1, so you all add an extra point of damage on top of whatever you do as a modifier, as you are filled with the holy power of the paladin, whether you like it or not. Then, so that is your bonus action or action? Action or bonus action? Bonus action. Okay, and then you move in. So bonus action's used.
Yeah. And
don't forget to reduce the mana cost from your...
I already did it.
Yeah, wonderful.
I will try to attack him with my short sword.
Excellent. So, sadly, a 7 is not going to cut it. Quite literally. They're not hugely armoured, but that is not enough. So, as you swing your sword, it does connect with the body, but it can kind of just flex and just bash it away. Doesn't really cut through the tough hide of this creature. But however, your might is still up, so that's fine. That's your action. Bonus action. You don't need to use a free action, so you're all good. Moving on then to Aurora, who is going to release a shot towards this horrible goat-looking demon thing. Hopes I roll on the right person. She's going to put a cold arrow in and fire. She's got advantage. She's stealth 22. That's going to hit. 9 points piercing and 4 ice. Okay. And I also have to see. Okay. Roll a d6. We want 4 or more. Yeah, there we go. So, everyone that is stood in that room and can see what's going on, you notice as a kind of like an ice bolt flies out of her bow, lands straight into the leg of one of the enemy that's in front of you, Riker, and the arrow is infused with this coldness, and it just spreads all through his legs. He is now under the effect of chilled. As well as taking a good heap of damage from that shot. Moving further away, let's go on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She needs to get out of sight, otherwise she can't go into stealth, which she cannot do just yet. So she's going to bide her time. Alaric.
I'm going to bonus action.
Bonus action what, sorry?
Engage.
Disengage, yep.
And then 5, 10, 15, 20.
Remember, you can pass your allies. You don't have to go around them. You can pass your
In
allies.
that case,
So you can literally go straight down.
5,
Yep.
10,
Oh, a bit of scouting.
15, and then
Bit of scouting.
crossbow. This one.
Okay.
So advantage for my assassinate.
Right. So your disengage ends there,
Yeah.
and you're going to use your action whilst you are there to fire. Right. So your
for
action's
your
going to cancel out your disengage.
No, I'm shooting at this. I'm shooting at this one.
However, this thing is not going to attack you because it would have involved turning around and turning his back to 2 others, and then that's opportunity attacks. So he's not going to do it. So you got away with it this time. So roll your attack.
Alright, so as sneak attack, advantage, crossbow right hand. And then what do I do with the crit? Because it will crits, don't it? So extra roll sneak attack again, and then I roll for the actual weapon damage again, don't I?
Hang on, you've got an enemy. You're using range. You've got an enemy in range of 5 feet of you, so therefore you've got a disadvantage shot.
No, because I'm using his assassinate ability on him.
Yeah. So it cancels out. So I'm gonna have to take the 18 as the.
It'll still be a crit though, won't it?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to take the 18.
That's fine.
Just be aware of your surroundings a bit. That's all I'm saying. Okay. If you fire or do a spell whilst that some enemy is within 5 feet of you, it's an attack of opportunity, and you're also at disadvantage for your attack.
Okay. And then I roll for the damage of the right cross.
So 18 is a hit. Yes, that's fine.
Yeah.
So we have in total. You've got your sneak. So 12. So you need to. See, this won't count as a crit, even though it is, because it's not coded in that way. What might be a good idea for you is to set up a crit outside of a crit, if you know what I mean. So just roll as if you were critting. We'll sort that out anyway. So 2d6. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So for your sneak attack it's 2d6. Is that base 2d6? In which case you will need to roll another 2d6 on top of that, because that doubles.
I did the sneak attack, normal attack, and I rolled the damage, both of them again separately.
Okay, that's what the 6 is. Okay, that's fine.
Then the 5 is rolling the actual crossbow damage again.
Yeah, that's fine. That's 11, 7, 18. So it's 23. What's your weapon damage?
It's a D4.
D4? So an extra D4 on top of that as a modifier. So you'll be doing 27 points of damage.
+1 for the aura.
+1 for the aura.
+1 for the aura.
Yep, you are within range, therefore you get +1. So, with deadly precision, with this shot, you stick it straight between the eyes, and he goes down heavy.
Bad.
That's bad.
Scarlet's going to try really hard not to look fucking well impressed.
Yeah.
Very hard not to be amazed by that shot.
With a standard crossbow.
A standard crossbow.
And then I'm going to use the remaining movement to
That's assassins for you, man.
20, and then go to and then that's 25 and 30.
Alright. Let's see.
Hide behind Riker.
Yep. Okay. I think this thing's going to get an attack against you.
Yeah, it would do, I think.
Yeah, because you move from there to there. Yeah. Okay. In which case, we'll roll his attack. See what the bloodhound gets. It's just going to be a normal attack. 14. I believe that's
Yes.
a glancing blow.
It lost by 1, so yeah.
So it's a glance. So we half whatever he rolls. 5 on a glancing.
Like 5 damage.
Yep.
He rolled max.
I did, yeah. It's not Ophi that can roll max all the time. Right, okay, yeah, so you take 5 points extra slashing damage as he just whips around the blade as quickly as possible and tries to get you with the pointy bit at the top and manages to get you as you try to whip past and away from him around Riker over there. Okay. And that's you done. Wolfstan, if you want to roll your strength roll for me, please.
Yep. Oh, it's not going up. Why is it not going up? Oh, there you go.
Beautiful. That's what I wanted. Okay.
Bit better.
You are able to wriggle free of these bodies. You are still prone, but you are able to wriggle free of them. Kicking them off, a little bit shook up about what you're seeing around you. Like there's coffins here, there's pile of dead bodies that you've been thrown under, or that have been thrown on top of you, I should say. Bone piles that have been just discarded and scattered around the area. Generally dusty. It's a bit difficult to breathe. And so on. As you look around, I think you can see... Yes, you can see a couple of slain goat demon over by the furthest coffin.
Yeah.
So, and you can hear the sound of battle is not far away from you, and it's starting to swell inside you, as it would normally do for any barbarian. So, how do you want to proceed? You are currently prone, so if you do stand up, you will be taking half your movement, obviously. So this round, as you are considered in combat already, we will have you go in at 15 feet. Unless you use an action to burst or whatever.
I'll sort of stand up, sort of look around, see what my surroundings are, and then sort of just amble forward. 15 feet, is it?
Yes, you'll get 15 feet. Remember, you don't have to go adjacent. It can be diagonal if you want to move diagonal. Right. So you kind of move over and one rather than just one forward.
So just move one square at a time, yeah.
Yeah, and then it'll update for you. Okay, so there you go. So it's already updated for you, and you've got an enemy in sight. He turns to look at you straight away.
Really? Yeah.
So you've got the attention of this one here.
Yeah.
Just pinging him for you. Possibly risking this one as well. So just bear that in mind. Still your turn. You've got your action, your bonus action, and your free action. What do you want to do?
I think I'm just going to sort of ready my two axes, sort of looking over at that one guy that can see me.
Yeah.
Just in my groggy state, I'm just going to be a bit sort of wary of what everything is, or where this fighting noise is coming from.
Yeah, great stuff.
So, I'll just sort of ready my axes.
Yep. So you're going to hold your action until something comes in towards you?
Yes.
Yep. And obviously you got your bonus action as well. That you, well, it's up to you if you want to rage. You can. but it might be wasted, so I would leave it.
Yeah, I'm going to leave the rage until I'm sort of...
Well, I don't know, actually. Is well within distance. He could hit you. Both of them could hit you. It's up to you. Your choice. Don't forget, it will reduce the damage by half that you take. So
yeah, I'll sort of go into a rage then.
Yep. Okay, so you covered in all this blood of these slain adventurers that have just been piled on top of you, and then how rudely they pinned you underneath it. Even though it's part of your plan, it still pissed you right off. You've still got the dream in the back of your mind, kicking about there, because this is a reoccurring thing and it's really starting to torment you. So you know about that. You've looked over your blades and gone, okay, it was only the dream that they broke again. Got to find out who this person is who's tormenting me in my mind. And that would be enough to, I would say, whip you into a rage.
Yeah.
So go ahead and mark off a rage.
Yep.
And you stand there waiting to strike, or at least defend yourself against something that comes towards you.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Scarlet, you're back. Fiddling around with Lilith. Steel.
I messaged you, Dan. Did you see it?
No, I didn't. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's alright. And yeah, so I think my turn is just going to be that. I'm just going to be reloading and trying to sort out Lilith and Lillian. I'm confident that Riker can handle the moon guy thing, or the goat man, with Ophi and Alaric's help. So I'll just shout, "I'll be right with you," and yeah, I'll carry on reloading.
Alright, great stuff. Do you want to move anywhere, or are you just going to stick where you are?
I'm staying where I am, just going to kneel down and try and sort the bloody Lilith out.
Yep. Okay. Baxter.
Cool. Baxter's just going to move closer to this blood clamp, see if he can swipe at it.
I believe he's taking. Yeah, he's taking quite heavy damage. He's still chilled as well. You can still see like the blue energy or element or whatever you want to call it, just coursing through his veins. You can see like there's, like when something's cold, like cold meat or something, and it goes slightly blued. Yeah. That's what his legs look like at this point.
That's fun. So Baxter's just going to ready his short sword and attempt to just slash at him, see if he can nip him.
Oh damn! Nice roll.
Oh damn.
Okay, yeah, that's going to hit. It's only a normal hit, but it's a hit. So go ahead and roll damage. So moving into position, you just jab him with your sword for 3 points. Okay. Is that a low roll, is it? 1d4, 3. Have you not got... Is there no modifiers?
No, my only modifiers are +2 to my attack. Other than that, it's a standard D4 for damage.
Alright, fair enough. So 3 then. So that's not bad then on a D4.
No, not at all.
Alright. So, you move into position and just stab him with your blade. Driving it deep as you can. You can feel that there's a bit of a kickback from his natural hide, but other than that, you pull your sword back out and you can see that you've dealt a decent amount of, well, what you consider a decent amount of damage.
Oh wait, would I get the +1 because I'm in range of the paladin?
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would.
So yeah, that's 4 rather than 3.
Yep. There you go. I'll add that one on, so you actually do 4 points.
So yeah, Baxter, not really knowing what else he can do, is just gonna stand there with a smug ass grin on his face.
Fair enough. Yeah, it was a good hit. In which case, we move to the back of the room, and this one is going to, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, yeah, just about. It's going to come into play. 1, 5, 10. Move into position, and he's going to take a swing towards Wolfstan over here, who's covered in blood. So he's going to do a reckless assault, which is going to give. Oh, actually, Baxter, roll your attack again. I want to see if you get a crit.
Okie dokie.
No, okay, that's fine. Alaric didn't attack that one. She already had advantage, that don't matter. Alright, good. Yeah, if they do reckless assault, it's kind of like what a barbarian has. Basically, same thing. They attack with advantage, but everyone else gets advantage against them. So he's going to go reckless against Wolfstan.
Okay.
Advantage. What do we got here? 16.
That hits.
Yeah, just about graze. So let's go with the damage. Minimum. Well, near minimum. So 6 points of slashing damage, half to 3 because of your rage.
Yep.
And then any further reductions also add that as well, but I don't think you've got any at this point. Your armor? No? Or is that blunt? I think it's blunt.
It's just standard leather armor.
Yeah, so it's just blunt. That will reduce by 1. But they're using slashing weapons, so it won't do anything. So it just cleaves through your armor then, straight into you. But obviously you resist it because of your enraged state. He's going to use his bonus action to attack with the blade a second time, but he's going to do so at disadvantage. That's going to be a 10. So that literally just bounces off of you. You're not even phased by that attack. There we go.
Yeah,
so that's him done. Next one up is going to be this chap over here, and he's going to move into this position from where he is. So he's going to use 5, 10, 15 feet. He doesn't need to do reckless because he's already gaining, because he's 90. He's a 90-degree angle to what you would be. So if you look,
yeah.
So you are basically facing him. He's facing you. He's moved in around the side, and therefore he's going to get a not attack of opportunity, advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's the same thing, but you don't get advantage against him this time. That's the only difference. So advantage on this one. That's an 18. That's going to hit.
That hits.
Oh, max damage. So you half that down to 5.
Yep.
And then he's again going to go for the double swing, which is going to be a disadvantage. Oh, come on. A 12, which I don't even think breaks your AC. So again,
no, it doesn't break the AC.
These things on the double swing just cannot seem to get that blow to do anything to you. What a shame. There goes a wasted crit.
Yeah, I'm just that peed off and angry about being bodies chucked on me.
Yeah, and also the way that you angle your body, because obviously you're a light armor fighter, you can kind of deflect the blows a bit easier using your body, using your armor, and so on and so forth. So however you do it, it's obviously working for you. So
far, yeah.
Yep. But you are in a position where they both. So if you attack this one, it's advantage because he used reckless. If you attack this one, it's normal.
Okay.
Yeah. Ophi, you are up.
Woohoo! Okay,
What are you doing now?
so this guy's in my vicinity.
He's in your face with his axe.
Not too keen on that. Is this hit at a disadvantage?
You are attacking him with advantage for this one.
Even if it's a firebolt?
Yeah, I believe so. Not 100% sure on that one, but I'll give it to you.
Advantage.
But don't
firebolt.
forget, he's within 5 feet of you, so that's going to cancel out your advantage. So you are going to get a standard roll, so you'll get 21. Yeah, I'll take the 21. Yeah, that's a hit. Roll damage. 6 points of fire. Okay. And in retaliation to you casting within 5 feet, he's going to use his attack of opportunity against you. No, he's not, because he's already used it. Ignore that. 6 points of fire damage.
And
He used it against Alaric.
as my bonus action,
Mm.
I'm going to cast warmth, but I'm also going to move to the other side to give myself some space. So
Smart, yep.
warmth is going here.
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to move to the other side there.
Let's add that to the turn order. Put 10 on that, and then we'll move that up.
And as I move, I kind of tap Riker on his shoulder. I say, Riker, I says, this is a healing warmth. If you take any damage, just hop close to it and it will heal you.
Yeah, okay, nice one. In which case, the healing orb manages to pulse out to Alaric. Let's see. Yeah, it will cover Riker as well. It won't cover Baxter, but it will cover these two here at the moment, and yourself.
Yeah.
So that's 3 points back, Alaric, as you feel this kind of like a heat pulse from this orb that's appeared next to you. Heals some of your wounds in a way.
Thank you, Ophi.
Oh, you got a thank you, bloody hell.
Yeah. You're welcome.
He's losing blood. He's going a bit delusional, you know.
Let's remove that guy out the turn counter because he's dead. Let's remove. Not that one. Not that one. I think I've already removed him. Well, it doesn't matter. Oh. Yeah, I've already done it. Fine. Let's see. We're going to move on to turn 2. Yeah. So, Ophi. So, after your warmth spell, Oath, that's going to be the last of that turn. So for everyone's benefit, once that kicks out, then we'll move on to the next turn. So just in case you have to prepare anything for the next turn, like upkeeps and stuff like that, that's when it'll happen for you for the next turn. So the chilled and highly damaged and near death Blood Clan Goat Demon over here is going to take a frantic swing against Riker. So we're going to go with advantage for the attack. That's a 17. That's probably going to beat your AC just. Yeah, 14. So you take 5 points of slashing. Oh, low damage. 5 points of slashing damage as he drives the axe home. Attempts to bring it round on like a roundhouse and get you in the side of the arm as well. Disadvantage. Remember, you can use your action as if you've got a shield. You can use your action or attempt to use your reaction to increase your AC to block the hit. So he has rolled an 8, so you won't need to worry about that. You won't be able to push past 17, so there's no point in worrying about that, but for future reference. So the second one just bounces off your shield and does absolutely nothing whatsoever. But now he's in a really bit of a pickle. Riker, you're up. So upkeep or drop the might. Your choice.
Keep it up for now.
You keep it up for now? Alright.
Yep.
What we can do is we can give you an aura. And we will do a circular radius of 10. Let's try that. Well, that's kind of nice. 5. It's not big enough though. Let's increase that radius.
How is that goat thing not dead yet?
5, 10, 15. Yeah, that's fine. Right, so remember this is going to travel with you. When you got your aura up, you can just put this on. You can disable it anytime you wish. You just click on your token and then go down the bottom, and then you can click on see your aura at the bottom. You can just cancel that if you wish, or you can put it on or whatever. You can have up to 2 auras as well if you want to. But just bear in mind we've still got to be able to see things, so just try and what's the word? Not overdo it. Yeah. So there you go. So you've got your might aura, which is now showing. It should be showing for everybody.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. If you are in that yellow circle, you are able to get the benefits of the might. If not, then you do not. Right. Okay. So yeah, you continue your concentration on your aura, so it remains up. So reduce the MP cost. I think it's 2, and then that it doesn't cost you any action to do that though. It's just an upkeep cost. That's it. So you've still got your action, your bonus action, your free action. So what do you want to do for your turn? This guy's just wailed on you.
I'm gonna stab him.
Yep. Go ahead. What have we got here? 14. 14 is going to be a glancing blow. You do 4 points plus 2 because he's a demon, so you do 6 points, but you half that to 3. However, as you bring your blade back out from his chest, he goes down.
Right.
Scored your first kill.
Ooh. Being dead, I might as well see what's around the corner, right?
Yeah, you might as well. Remember, you've got 30 feet.
One step. Let's have a look down.
You can hear the distant sound of blades clashing and battle sounds. And more dead bodies of these things that you just killed. There's 2 more. And then further down you can see that someone is actually fighting 2 more of these things. Or being attacked by them. I don't think he's actually attacked them just yet. No, it's being attacked by them. And they seem to be outnumbering him, obviously, as you can tell.
Don't think there's anything else I can really do from here. I think I'll just be the end of my turn.
Okay. Yep. Alright, that's fine. She's right at the back now. She's going to move 5. Well, there's no enemies, so she can do a stealth roll anyway. Let's do stealth. Great. Wonderful. 1, 2, 3, and that's her done. -1. Yep. So Aurora attempts to go into stealth, and you can hear Ophi shuffling around past you, and it's not like her. So clearly something is wrong. Alaric, you're up.
I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Shoot him. Do I get sneak attack?
Which one, sorry?
This one.
Yes, you will do. You get sneak attack, yeah.
I will shoot him. Sneak attack. Right crossfire. Oh wait. 13 to hit is the first one, but I think that's a miss.
Okay. 13 on the attack will miss. Doesn't even glance.
And then I'll do the left one. Left crossbow. 11's also a miss. 2 misses.
Yep, 2 misses. One of them you've got advantage on, actually. And the first one. So roll with the first one. Oh no, you done it. Never mind.
Yeah.
You done it. Never mind. Yep, that's fine. Yeah. So 2 just do nothing. Plink, plink, straight past him. So they do take notice that you are there. Wolfstan.
Yeah. So
what are you gonna do?
The guy in front of me.
Yep.
I'm going to swing my axes to begin with.
Nice. So 2 big axe swings. Yeah. Go ahead.
I click the attack button on both, don't I?
Yes, because because one doesn't apply the modifier for damage. Actually, no, didn't you take dual wield? Didn't you take the feat? I'm sure that allows you to add your modifier then. Become proficient in dual wielding.
I think that's the one I was going to take. I don't see it on my list for some reason. Because it was either going to be that or tough, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not put it down.
Okay.
On the feats.
That's not a problem. If that is what you have intended to do, because we did speak about this, I'm more than happy for you to add that on now. So on your sheet, if you go to where bio is and just put an additional features and traits box, just put dual wield, and then you can put put the details in your own time. But that's basically as far as I know what it does. It allows you to do some cool stuff with dual wielding, including adding the modifiers onto your offhand swings. Basically makes you proficient in that as you are in your main hand. So if you do that, and then we'll just and then you can just roll both, same one twice until you adjust it.
So the first one was a 9.
So first one a 9. A 9 is not going to hit, I'm afraid.
Yep. And then the
so you swing a little bit high on that one and just like cut a few of his hairs off his head. No damage.
The second one, a 6, even worse.
Oh shit.
One.
Before you panic, Have you got any gloves that you wear?
Yes.
Great.
I think.
So you have a % chance. If you're wearing leather, I believe it's 40% chance to.
Yeah, leather gloves. Yeah.
Yep. So if you do that, roll a D100.
Yeah.
Yep. You roll that. Okay, so you got 72. So you wanted 40 or below. So sadly, your weapon is going to be going out of your hand.
Yeah.
In a certain direction, which will be determined by a dice roll, which is that one. To 2. 1, 2. Okay. So basically, what happens is your blade or your attack is parried, and you are hit in the arm by the butt of the axe of the goat demon that you are attacking.
Yep.
It hits you in such a way that it makes your wrist go slightly limp. Go on.
Sorry, the one in front I get advantage on, don't I?
This one you do, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So roll again. Sorry. Just remembered.
I'll tell you what.
Twice.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. That would be your advantage. So if we got the 9 and the 6, we'll take those together and we'll take the 9. So
yeah.
So
I just didn't click the advantage.
That's right. So going back, then you hold onto your blade. You take you swing, but they just parry it and nothing happens.
Yeah.
So roll for your offhand. So again, just do advantage for me. There we go,
19.
and that's a hit. And that's a hit. So we are looking at. Oh, did you change it already? Nope. So that's a maximum damage roll that you've done. So that's 4, and then what's your modifier? Let's have a quick look. +3. So you do 7 points of damage on him.
Yeah.
And that is going to be the one that's in front. And we take that and do -7. Perfect. So yeah, you drive home your hand axe, and this time it hits literally up where the neckline is, and you drag it through and pull it straight back out, and blood just spurts out all over covering you even further than what you were before. But yeah, you managed to do some pretty hefty damage with a single axe. All right. Are you doing anything else? You got a free action and movement.
So I, as a bonus action, can.
No, you don't. You've done your bonus action because you've attacked twice.
Right. Yeah.
So your offhand is your bonus action. Yep.
Yeah. I don't think I can do anything else because they're all my.
Yeah.
Not my double swing and stuff is double.
Yeah.
It's a bonus action at least.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you did pick up double swing, didn't you? So for double swing, with double swing, what you do is you can potentially attack them both at the same time. It takes up only one action. Okay.
Right.
So is it action or bonus action or both?
That one's one action, double swing.
Okay, so it takes up your action, but you can attack twice in one action at the cost of mana.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you were to do that, if you were to say, right, I want to do the double swing, you would get the advantage on the one that you've attacked and the normal strike on the other one, but you would roll for both attacks as you would have done to see if both hit. If you did manage to hit any of them, you would add an extra 2 per hit per one that you've hit. So potentially you would do +4 points of extra damage on top.
Yeah.
If you want to, I can say that you do that for your action. We'll just reduce the mana cost from. Well, you can do that, and then I'll just add. Let's see. You didn't hit the first one, you did hit the second one. So I could just add an extra 2 points of damage on top, so you do 9 points.
Yeah, I'll do that then. Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's 3 mana.
Okay, I'll minus an extra 2. I'll help you out as you're starting off, and it's homebrew, and you're still getting used to it. But once, like I said, once you've been playing for a while, you'll get used to it, and then I don't hold your hand anymore. And it's any choices you make is down to you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
All right. Same for you, Riker, as well. Okay. So yes, you do take 2 big swings with your blades, your axes. You come round on one of them is parried, almost knocks it out your hand. You manage to hold on. The second one, you manage to deal the damage. You haven't added your rage damage on top of this as well, so I need to add another 2 on top of that. So that's going to be another -2. So you actually done 11 points of damage on him this turn.
Yeah.
With 1 blade.
Yeah.
Alright, so you basically withdraw your axe back, the blood pisses all over you, and you stood there ready to just dish out some more punishment on your next turn. Scarlet, you are up.
Okay, I think I'm just going to get right back into it, I think. Now my crossbow's fixed.
Yep, you are fully
5.
fixed.
15.
You can see all the carnage around the corner now, Scarlet.
Yeah, I can see all the
You only stopped to reload and fix your crossbow, and you've gone around and it's just like there's just more bodies laying on the floor. I'll also say that as there's enough of you around that area as well, you can see Wolfstan over there fighting as best he can these 2 that are kind of like surrounding him in, trying to get advantage blows on him and so on.
I'm gonna shout, who the hell is that?
Yeah, typical.
Who the hell is that over there? Anyway, moving on. I'm gonna take a powerful shot at the first guy that I can see in front of Wolfstan.
Yep.
So don't worry, I got this. I will. I'm gonna go fire arrow. So -10 to hit, powerful shot. Let's do it.
Go for it.
Oh no, that's not going to do it, is it? Oh, sorry, it's -5 to hit, not
-5?
-10 to hit. What am I talking about?
-5 off of 17?
Yeah, so we set 12 to hit.
Oh, no. That's a wide shot.
Glancing.
No, not even a glancing. That's a wide shot.
Oh, man. Damn, okay. That's worth a try, though.
It was.
Right, that's 3 mana gone. 16 left. 16 left. Okay, yeah, we'll follow up with a second shot, so there should be a normal -1 to hit. That'll be a 15 to hit.
A 15 will hit. Roll damage. No, you've done damage. What do we got?
11 damage total.
Nice. Yeah, no reductions. 11 hits.
And then...
So this one hits him square in the back. You just see it. Like, it jolts forward slightly.
Still standing, is he?
Oh yeah, he's just about standing.
I'll swap to my offhand and go for a powerful shot on the offhand, try and finish him off.
Yeah.
That'll be an
that'll do it.
Into hit for 4, 5, 6, 18, 28 damage.
Oh yeah. Absolutely destroyed him. In that last one, literally bolt to the back of the head. You just see his head like explode.
That's how you do it.
Like a watermelon when you drop it on the floor.
And I've got one left in the chamber on my main crossbow, and then that's me done.
Great stuff. All right, so 4 out of the 5 have dropped. Next one up, Baxter.
Baxter's just gonna trail his way through and around this corner, not being able to engage much, hiding behind a wall. He makes note but doesn't say anything about the new barbarian that he sees, and he just goes standing with Rokar and Alaric. He remembers that he was granted a gift of a crossbow by Scarlet about half hour ago.
Yeah.
So he primes that, thinking he has no chance, but wants to give it a shot anyway. He's going to load it and send out a regular bolt to the one still closest to Wolfstan.
What have we got? 10. No, I'm afraid that's going to be a wide shot as well.
He just looks at the boys and just goes, well, I didn't fucking think that would do anything.
Yep, fair enough.
That's all I can do.
Alright, pass turn to the next blood clan who's dead, so ignore that one, and that one's alive. Okay, the one that is alive is now obviously on his own, so he's going to try to fight for his life, I suppose. Battle axe swing towards Wolfstan. He's going to go with a reckless this time as well. Oh, there we go. This is going to hurt.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Okay. So.
Oh.
Yeah. You are going to take in total, because this is a powerful hit as well. We had his proficiency, which is 2. So that'll be 9 plus 1. So that's 10. And then the dice that is used for that is a 6. So you take 16 points of slashing damage as he brings this round and digs the axe straight into your neck. You throw the blade aside by pushing out as best as you can with your outer arm onto the axe haft, and push it away, and it just rips out of your neck, and you hold straight away onto your neck, and you can feel it as it's pulsing now. But you half that damage, so you only take 8 points.
Yeah, okay, 8 points.
Okay.
The
The next
sort of scream out in pain and then.
Yeah. The next one, he's going to bring it round on a roundhouse, and 15. I don't know. That's not going to hit, is it?
Just hits.
Oh, it just does. Okay, so he finally manages to get you with the second one. 8 minus 2, 4. So you take an extra 4 points.
4 points.
Yeah. And you're just laughing at him at this point, like, this is nothing.
Yeah.
This is nothing. Come on, stop trying to hit me and hit me.
What have you got?
He just makes like confused expression on his face. Like he knows that he just hit you in the weak spot, and you just shrugged it off and like not even flinched at this moment. And yeah, he's starting to look a bit confused, edging into worried, making really panicked, or almost panicked, I should say. Goat noises.
Yeah.
I'll let you imagine what that sounds like, because I have no sound effect for that, but whatever. So he is now at any attacks that are against him are at advantage, people. Okay. Ophi. All the fun's happening, Oph.
Well, Ophi just went for the thinnest poop.
Sorry, my son just decided to tell me what my dog's poo looked like. Okay.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Okay, so I can't actually see anything that's going off in the other room, so...
There's a lot of commotion going on in there, I can tell you that.
20... 25... 30, and it looks like there's one man standing.
Yes.
Or one goat standing.
One goat.
And I see a strange person that I've never seen before.
Yep. Absolutely caked in blood, fighting this thing.
Okay, so he's fighting the thing.
And
I'm guessing
he's wounded as well.
right?
He's taken a few like slashes here and there. They seem to be exchanging blows left and right, but he seems to be holding his own pretty well. He's quite tough by the looks of it. Yeah, and that's what you say.
I'm going to aim at this guy.
Yep.
And I'll do my utmost to get a firebolt to him without damaging the person that's slinging the damage at him as well. So.
All right, fantastic.
19 to hit.
19 will hit. Don't forget you got advantage.
Okay. Have we still got that +1 then, or?
No, roll again.
Oh, why have I got advantage?
Roll again, see if you got... Because he's done a reckless assault, so any attacks against him
Ah.
are now done at advantage.
Oh, okay.
He gains advantage at the cost of giving everyone else advantage. Okay, that's 25. Sadly, Anna, you can't do powerful hits, but that would be one. So roll your damage as you would normally do.
7.
Alright, 7 damage. You can see the bolt smacks into him hard and then spreads across the chest, burning the hairs up and then up to the neck, and you can see scorch marks now. Yep.
He's still standing.
Oh yeah. First time he's been hit.
Oh, okay. Has everybody else had failing hits then?
No, there's just been another one that was there that they dealt with first.
Ah, okay.
He
Okay.
had a meat shield.
Yeah.
Alright, okay. So that's all I can do at this point. I haven't got any more bonus actions, but I'm telling Alaric to go back and heal.
Yep.
Because he still looks a bit rough and warmth is still pulsing, so...
Yep, it is.
Okay, that's me done for this turn.
Fantastic. Right, so that's going to be
Down.
8. So no one is there to receive the healing from the warmth spell, but it still does tick down. So we're on to turn 3. Or round 3. Who's left? That one's dead. So yeah, Riker, you jump straight to the top because the one that was in front of you is now laying cut to pieces on the floor.
Right. I'm just gonna walk myself over to it.
Mm-hmm.
Stand right behind it. And I will keep up my aura. Guess I'll just stab him in the back.
Yep.
I've had advantage at all with that.
Yeah, that would be advantage. You don't have to. He's already given advantage because he's reckless assaulted the barb over there, so he's already getting advantage from everybody else. So this would count as a greater advantage. So what you do is you roll your advantage you would normally do, and then you add 2 onto it as a extra modifier.
Okay.
So your 13 becomes a 15, which is a hit. So we take 3 points of damage, plus your 2, so that's going to be 5. Yeah,
Again,
still standing.
+1 from mine.
And then, yes, you do, because you give it to yourself as well, obviously. So, -6 damage. Yep, okay. He's still standing, looking pretty rough, very bloodied, but other than that, obviously got a few puncture wounds here and there and slash marks, but other than that, oh, and a burn mark, sorry. But he's still standing, he's still strong enough, and got the will to fight. So what are you doing?
I'm not sure if there's anything else I can really do right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll just hold off for a little bit.
You can, yeah.
I'll wait to see what happens. On my turn.
Yeah, yeah. You don't have to use everything if you don't want to. Right. So Aurora, she's going to slowly move across, I guess. 5, 10, 15. Bonus action 5, 10, 15. and from there she should be able to. Yep, she'll have line of sight on the goat demon. So she's going to launch again another cold arrow towards him. Advantage on the shot. So that will actually be 21 because of the great advantage. She's going to deal 5 points of piercing and 2 points of ice. And we're going to see if they get frozen or not. 4+. Yep. Nice. She's dishing out the cold. So again, another bolt of ice literally flies across the battlefield here. -7. Instantly striking the enemy, causing the elemental magic within the arrowhead to disperse into the body, causing them to become chilled instantly. Backing up to -1 from there. You know what? She's not going to bother. She's going to slip past Ophi, slip past Baxter, and tuck herself away in this corner over here, and just watch what goes on, because she senses that there's not much left in this one, as he's starting to keel over slightly. He's no longer standing at full height, so he's showing signs of near death. Alaric, you're up.
I am going to just go back to the warmth as Ophi told me off. And just like, you know how like kids when they're angry, they just like sit down really quickly and just like
Yep.
I'll just do that on the floor, like right next to the orb.
So you're sulking because you got told off, basically.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Ophi, you made Alaric sulk. That's fine.
I'm giggling as he's walking past and pointing the way. I was like, it's for your own good, Alaric. I don't want to be peeling you off the floor.
I just get visions of him going, yes, if you're own good, Nick. Yeah. No, but seriously, you're moving. Are you doing anything at all? Are you taking in potions or prepping anything? Or you don't waste your turn by doing nothing.
I'm also going to ready an action so that if anything comes like from here, I'm just going to lob a knife at it.
Alright, so if anything gets within, what is it, 15 feet for your knife throwing? 20?
Yeah.
So if anything gets within 20 feet, you're going to lob a knife.
Yep.
Yep, sounds good to me. Alright. Wolfstan, you're up.
Yep.
You've only got to look. I mean, you are a seasoned warrior. You can see that this thing is on its last legs. What are you doing?
Yeah. I'm going to use another double swing just to see if I can chop his head off.
Yep, go ahead. So this is 2 axes on the same target, so you'll only get a +2 for this one. But if they both hit, then it's +2 for both.
So... And it would be with advantage.
It will
so
be, indeed.
18.
Yeah, that's an 18. That's going to hit. Normal hit, so 5 and 2.
7.
Yeah.
The second with the offhand. The 15.
Yeah, that's going to hit as well. So both
And
of them, you drive
yes.
home. Yeah. So -11. Okay. So as the last one falls, you're basically holding him up as you've pincered him with both your axes, and you're holding his body up in the air, and then as you pull your axes out, he just slumps.
Yeah.
Weapon bounces across the floor, clang, 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 all the way across the stone, and you look around, you can see that there's a group of people you don't know. And you are still enraged.
Yeah, so I just sort of panting to myself. With the effort of the double swing, I just sort of try and arm myself a little bit, because obviously they were helping me, so I sort of feel like they wouldn't attack me straight away, so I sort of stand there panting, sort of half growling to myself in my rage.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That's it for me.
Everybody else, you can see this blood-soaked man with 2 axes, and not much else that you can see because it's all covered in blood. You see him just standing, dripping this blood, not only his but other people's, and also these demons on top of which. And he's just stood there in some sort of trance, but he seems to be calming right down, looking about the room, taking all of you in. How do you react?
Baxter's going to look around, seeing that Riker stood next to him, and just turns and says to him, "A friend of yours?"
No. What I do instead is I'll step over the dead body in front of me, or punch it under my boots. I'll hold out a hand to him. I'll be like, "So, friend or foe?"
Wolfstan sort of just still holding his axes will be like, "Well, it depends. What are you here for?"
Expunge evil. Well, that's what I'm here for. Everybody else probably has their own thing, but evil's why I'm here.
Well, I'm trying to look for my fallen comrade, and I was told there was some treasure in here, so come looting.
Baxter looks at the 2 men talking to themselves, turns to Wolfston and goes, "Fallen comrade, eh? We're here for one of those 2. It might be crucial if we work together from now on."
Well, if it helps me find my fallen friend, then I'm all for it.
Well, you're certainly good with those 2 twin axes, and I wouldn't want to be on the other end, so I'm happy. Don't know about anyone else. They're all, I don't know, in corners, crying to themselves.
I'm just stood there nodding and agreeing.
I'm
We're looking
ignoring
for yeah, there's... I don't really have many words at this point. Catching my breath. I'm going to coax them back to warmth for a moment so we can all heal. And just have a quick chat before we move any further.
Eric, just so we're clear, it was a lucky shot.
Sure it was.
Are we out of combat now, DM?
Yes, we are.
So I'm going to come back to warmth, and I'm coaxing all the other players to come back.
Right,
just to heal if any wounds.
Okay.
So I don't really have any words. I'm just waving them to come back this way.
Okay. So by the time they're going to get back, you're probably looking about 7 ticks left. So everyone who can get within that area and wants to, there's 7 by 3 hit points that you're going to get back. So what's that? 21 HP back. Just by
Baxter calls over to the boys and just says, "You 2 get in that. I'm more or less as good as I'll get."
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah. I've
You'll know.
just
You've
with
seen what it does,
my
Baxter.
60 feet is just get there.
That's fine. Just is good enough.
What was the hit point?
21 returned.
21.
Yep.
Yep.
And then on the final pulse, this thing will basically just dissipate.
So heal your wounds, recover your hit points.
Ooh.
It regenerates you a little bit, enough for me to get my voice back and start
Yeah.
chatting, because post-battle I'm never very talkative. I'm just...
Yep. Okay. Question, Riker. How long are you keeping up your might for whilst everyone is healing?
I'll turn it off now.
Yeah. Okay.
I figure out how I do that.
I can do that for you. It's not a problem. Just go to there and put 0. There you go. Oh no, I didn't do it.
Okay, I think we're just missing Aurora and Baxter on this side of the wall.
Yeah, Baxter calls through. Do you need me, or am I right to start having a look around?
So you're okay for healing then, were you?
Yeah, I'm 1 off max.
Ah, you're alright then.
Okay. Yep, that's fine. So the warmth obviously does its job and heals as many wounds as it possibly can before its power just runs out and it breaks apart and dissipates. Bloodhound can go. Looking around the bodies, the instant loot that you can notice are the 5 battle axes that these things carry. All in fairly decent nick, but obviously quite big weapons, big 2-handed weapons, so they will take up a lot of space in inventory if you are planning on taking them. They're going to be 6 each, but they are the next tier of weapon.
They only 2-handed.
They are only 2-handed weapons, yeah.
I'll be fine then.
Wolfstan being sort of the man he is, sort of, would he pick the axes up, or would he be able to?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah.
With his appreciation of axes.
How many would you attempt to pick up?
Well,
how many would you want, basically?
Well, would they be classed as heavy weapons?
They are heavy weapons, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm sure the dual wielder feat allows you to do dual wielding even if the weapons aren't light.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Let me have a double check for you. I'll check on the weapons list. Depending on what colour. No, but they count as medium weapons.
No, medium.
Yep.
So would he still be able to dual wield?
Ah, okay. They're one-handed, but they have the versatile option, so you can use them two-handed for the next dice up of damage.
Right. Okay. So yeah, he will sort of stow away his 2 smaller axes and pick up 2 of the bigger ones.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Alright, so yeah, you sweep down and you grab those, add them into your inventory, or if you want to use them, add them onto your sheet as attacks. I'll
sort that now.
And they do 4 damage to zombies instead of 2.
Yeah.
They have a durability of 16 instead of 12, and they are D6 instead of D4. Everything else is all the same.
I will.
Obviously, that means when you crit, you have a 6 modifier instead of a 4 modifier as well. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
All right. So how many of those do you want? You can. There's 5 available. You taking 2?
Yeah, I'm going to take 2. I'm going to stow away my my hand axes and pick 2 up.
Gotcha. So weapon swap and replacement. That's fine. So there's 3 left. Does anyone else want to take those?
Were they able to be one-handed?
They are one-handed. Yeah, sorry. They are one-handed, but you have the option of using them as 2
Oh, okay.
because they've got a long half, so you can hold it with 2 hands, like these guys do.
I'll pick it up.
Okay.
Bax,
That's 3.
grab one of these.
You'll grab one back, sir.
Yeah, he's gonna give it a try out, see if it does anything for him.
Okay, that's 4. These are one-handed, so you're probably looking at 3 slots for these in your inventory.
Yep.
So each one is 3. Amazing. That means there's only one more. If anyone wants to take that, you can. If you want to take it for loot value, do it. But you can also loot these bodies as well, which we can do in a sec. Who's taking the last one? Or are you leaving the 5th one?
I mean, if no one else wants it, I can.
Yeah, I mean,
stay away.
you can always swap it about and stuff like that. It's just I just need to know who's taking it, and then that way all the loot's gone. All the looting's done. So if you want to,
I'll pick it up, put it in my bag.
For the time being, you might find something better, and then you can always swap it out. Okay, good. So all the axes have been collected. Now, does anyone want to search the bodies further for loot?
No.
No?
Yeah, let's see if there's some coin or something on them.
Yeah. No, it's a fairly easy search. Alright, investigation or perception, whoever's making the rolls. It can be a maximum of 3 out of the entire party, so pick carefully who you want to do the roll in. And then roll away.
Roll. Unless any of the new boys want to go.
And there's a cover that
I'm not very good at searching.
there's a cover that both of those rooms.
I've accidentally done that at an advantage, so it would be the lower number, won't it?
That's fine. Yes, it'll be the 13, 13 and 10. Oh no, hang on. 10, 13 and 8. Jeez, guys. That's not even one success. So there are no loot items to be found on the bodies of these. All they do is carry their blades, their axes, sorry, and that is it. They carry nothing else. No trinkets, no earrings, jewellery, anything like that. Nothing. Not even the old gold coin. So Aurora is going to go and try to collect one of her arrows, which she does. The other one is completely wrecked, so we do +1 to that, and then she'll step back over to the wall. Well, from here on, what's your plan?
Baxter can see a room just through where we were. He can barely make out, but he thinks he can see some sort of pentagram. He's going to shout over to the rest of the party to come and check it out and take a look.
Very nice.
Unless anyone opposes and wants to do anything else.
No, I think I just want to crack on and find Blaze.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not been any signs, anything dropped from her body, anything like that. There's no signs of her in the path that you've taken. She has to be here somewhere.
Should I go round to the other? Should I go peek into the other room that was like round here?
You can do if you want to.
That's the room that I'm peeking in currently.
I'll join you.
Baxter's going to see Alaric coming, and as he can barely make out a figure in the distance, he points to the walls and himself tries to cling to the nearest one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Wolfman's just going to sort of follow, just to see what he can see as well.
Riker will also follow, just in case.
Can I see the figures?
You can see. Let's have a look. You can see something in the shadows moving about.
Okay.
Baxter looks at the two in the middle of the room and gestures to hit the wall as close as they can to avoid some sort of detection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very well. Scarlet.
Yeah.
What are you doing hanging back there?
Tinkering my crossbows.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna, catch up, I guess.
Go for it.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We're out of combat, aren't we?
Yep, 60 feet.
40, 55. What the frick is that?
Be careful.
Oh, gotta be kidding me. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop dead looking at that pentagram. Just being like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. I'm gonna have flashbacks of that demonic fire.
Yep.
Burning. Oh god, yeah.
So
Scarlet. I would say Scarlet's probably gonna have a bit of a mental snap at that. It's not good.
Yeah.
Feeling good. Yeah, she's just gonna stop. She doesn't know. She's just frozen.
Right. Okay.
After seeing Scarlet froze, I'm gonna whisper into her. She's like, "Piss on this one."
20. Oh, very nice. Yeah, you're out of. They don't. Well, from what you can see, they don't seem to be reacting to you being there, Scarlet.
Huh.
I mean, I've ended my turn. I'm just sort of.
Baxter is the playmaker he has been for the past 2 minutes. Then is going to just poke his head round the corner, surely knowing that Scarlet's been seen in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Okay.
Better look at whatever these are.
Okay. So if you are taking the peek, we'll call it the peek action. You need to make a stealth check.
Okie dokie. I'm pretty sure. Oh, actually.
Nat 20, please.
It's a 4.
Oh, jeez! Oh!
In there, Grandma can see me.
Oh, yay.
Or stepped on a Lego.
Decided now was a good time to start playing the guitar.
Oh dear.
So, as you peek your head around the corner, you hold onto the wall ever so slightly with your fingertips. But what you don't expect is there's a little bit of like condensation on there, and you end up slipping forward. Now, normally this wouldn't be a problem, except for as you slip forward, you catch yourself, and as you do, you gain the attention of every single thing that is in this room.
Baxter, with little else to do, just looks down at his feet and screams, "Well, fuck! I've really stepped in it."
Baxter has now became my chemistry teacher.
And you hear from this direction, you hear a very not faint but very gentle sounding, almost like passive, and you hear the words called to you. Say, "Oh, we have a guest. Come in. There's no need to be shy."
Oh, fuck.
Baxter
Staring, being nice.
stays as far away, but edges that much closer.
Okay. Well. We don't normally get that many visitors, do we, girls? And you just see them all agree and start giggling as they look in towards you, like licking their lips. Tell
I
me,
just look back.
why have you come to here?
Baxter, too stunned to really make out much coherent thought.
The voice steps forward and instantly becomes very, very visible. You now look upon a very pretty looking female. She's in long flowing robes, has a big shield with her, has a serrated edged blade hanging by her side, and wears a blood red tunic, along with leather pauldrons that have like claws on them, as they just dangle just over the cusp of her shoulder. You can't really see the boots because it's all covered in the robe, but she does wear some like standard leather boots if you do ever get to see those. And the robe itself is a stained white, very dirty looking, almost like she's been rolling around on the floor for hours and it's just all dirt covered on it. Or what you believe to be or perceive to be is dirt. And as she steps forwards and she listens to what you're saying, and she says, "Well, you might as well make yourself comfortable while you're here. Give me a wisdom save." Not too bad for a druid.
I was gonna say, please don't fuck this one. Oh, thank fuck.
Very nice. You feel something trying to dig into your mind. You feel her words trying to seep in, and you instantly kind of put up a mental block towards them. You can feel that her intent is to try and sway you with her words, but being as you are quite strong in mind and willpower, you are absolutely fine, and you've suffered no effects from this whatsoever. But you know that she's tried to probe you slightly and try to adjust the way that you think towards her.
Baxter
And she just folds her arms up and looks at you and says, interesting. Well, I'd very much like to see what wards you've got in place. And she doesn't show any form of aggression towards you. She doesn't show any like aggressive stance or any defensiveness or anything. She just seems very easygoing, and that she's just having a general chat. But you do see that the other girls in the room are edging forwards ever so slightly. Yeah, 5 feet or so. Nothing much. Just casually moving forwards.
Can I perform some sort of perception check to see if the two dark archers at the back may possibly be Blaze as one of them?
Very good. Yes, you may. Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, bigger.
I can't really see them. I know I can see something at the back.
Don't worry. It's all on record, so you'll definitely see some of it.
It's a 17.
So, what are you trying to do? You're trying to see if you recognise anything on the body of one of the archers or both the archers. Well, you going for one or going for both? What?
He's going to attempt the one on the right-hand side, the one closest to it.
Yeah. Okay. So the one kind of like in the line that you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you look at her body, I suppose, and everything that she has on her, and she looks similar to what Blaze did, only a much more corrupted version. Her skin is very dark in colour, to a point where it helps them hide a little bit better in the shadows. Natural camouflage, if you will. The face is warped, very much like the rest of the sisters with the sword and shield. The armor is all twisted around her body, and spikes are growing from it. The bow just seems to be twisted wood, nothing special about it at all. And if I can give you more of an idea, I will. Okay. This and this. And there you go. You can see that the face is pretty horrific. Naturally twisted and corrupted. The fingernails extended, the arms slightly thinner, and so on. You can see that there are clear signs of demonic growth that would probably take a while to grow or to become formed, and therefore you can ascertain to a point that this isn't Blaze.
Okay. Now the query is,
You hear the words, "Come, don't be shy. Come closer. I won't bite."
can the Countess see Scarlet, or is it just me in her peripheral at the minute?
It's only you at the moment.
Okay.
It's only you because of your proximity to her. Scarlet is about 10-15 feet out of vision or so, although they have moved forward, so it's slightly less now. So just bear that in mind. But yes, at the moment you are the only one that is within her sights, along with everything else that's in here.
I shout over to the Countess before making any moves, and I say, "How do I ensure my own safety? You and you girls look like you're ready for a fight or something."
This is just to protect ourselves. We should be the ones worried about you. Obviously you're strong, you made it this far.
Yeah, I may have made it this far, but still, it was more luck than anything.
Well, luck, strength, what does it matter? You're here, aren't you? You've managed to go through floor after floor, avoiding my traps that I've set, avoiding or killing my companions, my monsters, my pets. You've tackled things from this world and the next, and yet here you are, unscathed to a point, and yet you claim it's luck. I disagree. I think you have strength in your blood.
Oh, I didn't like that one. Baxter is going to take a singular step forward, so that then no one else in the party is seen as of yet. However, it is due to change.
Are we out of initiative still?
We are.
Alaric's going to take some steps forwards. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay.
As soon as he sees her, he's going to be visibly very angry. And goes, "The assassin that's dead, was that you?"
There are many dead assassins. Which one?
The one that was sacrificed.
As I said, there are many dead assassins. Which one do you refer to?
Baxter puts his hand in front of Alaric's chest and says, "The one on the table before these rooms, was that your doing?"
Oh no. I don't get my hands dirty.
All this time, Scarlet's sort of been frozen, and she's just sort of coming back into her senses, sees this kind of all going down, and focuses her sight on.
She starts to wander around the back of the room and kneels down. I'm not sure if you can see it from your vision. Let me just have a quick look.
What, this thing?
Oh yes, yes you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The giant pool of blood which is at the back. And she
can't see that.
She just kneels down next to it. No, this is more for Baxter and Alaric. And she kneels down next to it and takes a a skull, which is broken, and she uses it like a cup. And instead of bringing it up to her lips as she fills the cup with the blood, instead of doing that, which is probably what everyone would have been expecting, she just pours it straight back out. And she's like, look at it flow. Look at the colour. Look at the richness. Can you see what it does for us and the skin? And then she stands back up and throws the skull away into the pile that's to the side over here.
She's really starting to piss Eric off, I can't lie.
I'm gonna Hunter's Mark on the first one here because I'm gonna just sort of focus my attention.
Yep, go ahead.
I'm starting to plan how I'm gonna do this. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do at the moment.
Okay.
I'm going to use the rest of my movement to get as close to her as possible. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
She shouts, stop! How dare you presume you can come closer? I didn't tell you to come closer. And instantly, you are surrounded by the other rogues. You have
The second,
five
I think the second,
seconds to get away from where you are. Otherwise, it's not going to.
the second they surround him, I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot at the one I marked. The second I see them go to surround Alaric, I'm gonna go for it.
That's fine.
Then, as soon as she starts yelling at me, I'm going to throw a dagger in her throat because she's pissing me off.
Okay. And on that note, we are going to end the session there, guys. Because we are going into combat. And we will pick this up the next time we play. I don't know why there are tons of animations for Hunter's Mark everywhere.
I can only see one. I'm not sure what's going on.
Oh, I can see two and then some really big one.
Yeah, something's gone a bit wrong with it. I can only see... Yeah, the one you just moved, that's the only one I can see.
Interesting, okay.
Can't see the others. Yeah.
No worries.
It's gone a bit weird. Oh well, we'll sort it. It's fine.
No problem. Could just be Roll20 lagging. But anyway, yes, we are going to end the session there. Intense.
How did you get round? How did you get round? Oh, you... Why are you going through the whole...
Very intense.
Indeed. We stopped the recording.
Nope, not yet. So what I'm going to do is then I'm going to thank everybody for turning up today who has turned up. I hope you've enjoyed it. Riker and Wolfstan. We had some great little roleplay session, which was really nice. And some combat to get you into the feel of the game itself. But yes, there is more to come. And like I said, this isn't going to be easy, but we will see how this plays out in a few weeks' time from now. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for turning up. Thank you for everyone who is going to be watching afterwards and viewing on YouTube. I'll try and get this up as quick as possible. We have got a bit of a wait before we play again, but I think it's going to be needed to maybe strategize for the players. Who knows? We'll see what happens. So fingers crossed everything works okay and we get everyone back for the next session. Okay, so without further ado, thank you very much and good night everyone.